Hey guys, so I keep saying that I'm gonna try stamping and watercoloring because I've had my stamps now for probably about a month and a half, and this is the first time I've taken the package off. Now, already I got lint on them, and that's annoying. So, anyway, last week I got this cheap paper pad from Hobby Lobby, but it is 140 pounds, and it seems pretty nice. So I'm going to try that out. And I have here these Sakura watercolors and Kuretake, I think is how you say that. And this very old Stampin' Up! Pad that I'm going to try using this color because I think it'll go good for no line. So anyway, I haven't stamped in like 11 or 12 years. Wow, this is sticky. So we'll see how that goes for me. I am a perfectionist, and it kind of bugs me when I feel like I stamp something and the lines, with like the pressure I use, the lines look heavier on one spot, and of course trying to get it straight because I don't have one of those little books that I've seen people using. I think it's called a Misty. Anyway, so this is a little scary, and I also decided to use this light color because I didn't want to get my stamp stained. So anyway, I'm very, very nervous, and I just thought it would be fun to share my first experience. So here I go. Like, I can't even tell if that's inked good because the color is so light, and I totally may not be able to see this at all to do coloring. Also, I've never watercolored with actual watercolors. Like when I was a little kid, I used the pans that were like Crayola brand. So cheap. And a long time ago, I used to do some watercoloring with markers, Stampin' Up! Markers. Okay. Wow, that is going to be a struggle for me to see because I'm a little blind. But we'll try it. I'll be so close to it, my face may end up in the camera or my hair. I don't know. So there's that. And then honestly haven't even decided like what colors I would use or anything. And I don't know like if these just come with skin tones, or do you try to mix your own skin tones? Maybe that. Okay. So I'm just gonna get started. Y'all might be bored, and you might like laugh at me because I actually have no clue what I'm doing, really. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna just like go over the eyes a little bit with pencil. Can you erase? I don't know if you can erase pencil after you've watercolored. I hope so. If not, this is just like for nothing, practice or something. Because, maybe I should have like stamped it afterwards a second time. I don't know. Wow, I really can barely see her neck and shoulder area. So, what color is this? Oh, that's really like a reddish, red dirt color. Like clay, terracotta maybe? I don't know. Let's try maybe a little green. You people who do watercolor all the time are probably cringing right now because I just don't know what I'm doing. This looks, I don't know, maybe a little mustardy. That's getting better. So I think I could have tried that one, but because it's kind of close to that now, actually. But anyway, let's just start doing something. I'm not sure I was expecting it to be this opaque. And also, I don't know if this is the way I would want to start with the face. Is that what you normally start with when you're doing watercolors? Also, I don't know about this brush. I'm sure it's just going to be like a lot of trial and error, like anything else, right? What did I do with mine? Paper towel, there it is. So it doesn't look like the pencil is smudging. That's good. And I should be able to see it clearly enough to go back over it with a pen when I'm done. It's a little splotchy. I've heard of priming the paper, like getting the paper wet first. Is that, maybe if someone can comment to me, is that a good thing to do? I actually maybe should have watched some videos about watercoloring. When I first started using the alcohol markers, I watched probably hours of videos before I even tried it. But I'm just going at this because, well, I don't have time to watch a bunch of videos right now. I'm hoping that it's not too different from using the watercolor markers, but it kind of seems to be. Not too bad. And then I will try something to make a little pink on the cheeks. I don't know about that. That looks kind of weird. Do you wait for it to dry usually? Watercolor experts out there before you add the next bit of color. Also, I just kind of got out of lines. Can I wipe that away with a clean brush? I will try. That's going to smudge my other lines though that I have to go by, I guess. It seems to me like if you go back after it's dry, that it's going to take color back up. Is that how that works? I'm just trying to do what feels natural. Don't really know what that is yet with these watercolors, but I don't know. I feel like with painting and coloring, and it's all just kind of like a feeling you get when you're working on it. Like, what feels like is working, and I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so I hadn't even decided like what color to make her hair or her hat or anything. So I think I'm just gonna use some brown because it's sitting right here in front of me, and that way I can just get on with it. Because this is really just practice. It's probably a good chance I'll just be throwing this out. And okay, Well, now I know I can use this color for skin because it's almost the same color as I just already mixed up for the skin, even though it looks like it would be completely different. It's like almost the same thing. I don't know what these colors are. It's hard to tell for me because I'm not used to it, so I don't really know like what I'm looking at here. Is that even, maybe that's black? I don't know if it's black or brown, or if it's like black because I just got black on my brush. I can't tell. Anyway, I am attempting to do some kind of shading up here in the hair. It looks like I'm kind of going at it the same way I would with a pencil or something. That could be completely wrong, but it's what I'm doing, so. It seems like a little dry. I'm gonna get some more brown on there. Okay. Something's happening. I think I'm just gonna try just brushing over what I did with a cleaner brush real quick to blend the colors. Maybe I don't want to blend it too much because then it'll end up flat, won't it? I also got some metallic watercolors the other day because I thought those were pretty, and I think it's really pretty when people do the splatters on the backgrounds with those. I got those a couple of months ago. If you follow my account, you might notice I don't get a lot of stuff complete. Like I color, and I enjoy that. But a lot of times I don't actually get a whole card finished to the point where I get a chance to work on backgrounds, which I think are really fun, but I just don't get a lot of time to get to that. And well, if you guys could see the mess I'm in this little area where I'm crafting, it's kind of scary for me to imagine pulling out a whole bunch of mess because clutter, it just bothers me, so. I really can't see the ponytail very good either. I'm sure if I weren't trying to video this right now that my face would be like an inch from the paper. So it's pretty basic what I'm doing, I know. There are so many people out there doing just like some amazing watercolorings, and it's hard to not compare when you're doing something new to somebody who's had a lot of practice and doing like some amazing things, but I'm sure I'll get it. And part of the thing I love about when I see other people doing watercolor is that it's not perfect. It's kind of so organic and softer looking rather than just like, you know, super perfect. Yet, here I am trying to make it perfect. Is that just like what we do? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so there I have that, and now I think it would be fun to attempt this hat. just like, what color should I do? I've done this fairy once before in blue at Halloween, so I kind of would like to try something different. And I'm thinking maybe like, green, maybe green, or maybe purple and blue. I think I'll do purple and blue. I know I just said I was trying to think of something I didn't do, and I did do blue before. You know, actually, I should probably try to do her arms and legs while I have that same color sitting here, which I guess, yeah, you can re-wet it, right? Yeah, there it goes. So I'm gonna get a little more of this dark one. Hopefully it'll match, but I feel like I need to be able to see a difference in her, where her neck begins and her head is at. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, I just made like a little line I don't like. I don't know if I can get it to go away because I don't know how much you can go back and go over watercolor without messing up what you've already done. That's kind of a harsh line there too. All right. Do you guys usually put your shadows in and leave them, or just color, like get the color on there and then go back and add shadows? I guess you could do it either way, right? So I started out with the face, putting a shadow in and kind of blending it out to leave the shadow there. But I think this time with these little arms, I'm gonna just go back now and try to add in the shadow. Don't know why I did it the opposite way. I just felt like it. And it's just a little more. I feel like I'm afraid of getting the paints too wet. Like they'll just go everywhere on me. So maybe I have them a little drier than people should. I think this side on the left here looks better than this side on the right. There. So it's kind of spring here, and we have all kinds of trees and stuff blooming, which are just beautiful. I don't know where you live if you have Bradford pears, but they have really, really beautiful white blossoms that smell like death. I'm not kidding. They stink like dead crickets or something. Kind of disgusting, but they're really beautiful. Anyway, so I'm having, I think, a little bit of allergies, so excuse my little bit of sniffles. It's just, I guess, what's happening right now this time of year. I mean, I'm not perfect, but it doesn't seem too terribly difficult. Like, I think I could get the hang of it, this watercoloring. Yeah, this one is not going to be perfect, obviously, but I think that it's something I could practice and get the hang of. That was a lot of water. As soon as I said, I think I can get the hang of it, I just flooded this. So my little girl, the one who is 11, I have 4, but the one who's 11, she just went back to school for the first time yesterday since COVID started, and I'm missing her. It's lonely here and quiet. But she really needed to get back out around some other kids because she was getting really withdrawn and I think lonely. And she really didn't want to go. Like, she loves being at home and playing Roblox, and I'm trying to think what that other game is she's been playing lately, but she likes being to herself because all of her sisters are kind of older. I had her kind of like, she was a surprise when I was done. And so she didn't really have a sibling to entertain her a whole lot because her sisters were all into their friends and like teenage and preteen stuff, which, you know, they loved her to death and played with her and treated her like a baby sometimes, but a lot of times she had to learn to kind of entertain herself when I was busy or something. So anyway, she really enjoys the internet, like I guess a lot of kids these days. It's not probably just a thing she does, but anyway, I wanted to get her around some other kids, and so she went back to school yesterday. And here I am alone. Some of you may know that my older middle one just moved out. And that's been a little sad and hard to get used to, but I still have 3 at home, but they're just not home today. Now she looks like she has a bloody nose. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. What have I done? And I thought I was having some beginner's luck, and then I just gave this little fairy a bloody nose. Wow, that is bad. Can I erase it? I don't know. Maybe like I can push it? I could just spread it and make it worse. Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. It spread, so I don't know. Can I just blend it out? Am I going to have to repaint the whole face to fix this? Well, it's starting to look a little better. Like, from a distance to the naked eye, I think it's going to be okay. There. Woo! That just made me a little nervous. Okay. Now, I was going to change my brush, but I think I'm just going to stick with this one. And I don't know, this looks like a dark purple. So, I will start with this. And is that a lot of paint? Oh, no, I think that's a dark blue, like a cobalt. Yeah, that's more like a cobalt blue. So, does it come with purple? I can't even tell what I'm looking at, you guys. Is this purple? Yes, that is purple. So, I'm going to do purples and blues. And we'll just see what happens because I don't really know. Don't have a plan. Honestly, I can't even believe I'm actually doing this today because I've been putting it off trying for so long. And I feel like I have 1,000 other things that I should be doing. But I just wanted to play. So here I am. Honestly, this is the same way that I feel like I color kind of with the markers, like going in. Well, a lot of times with the markers, I go over the whole thing first with the lightest color just to kind of, like I was talking about, prime the paper so that everything starts blending as soon as it's down. It's not just soaking into dry paper, and I think that maybe that's the way that I would probably do this too when I'm a little more experienced, but I'm a little worried with the paint getting away from me and just going everywhere because so I'm trying to keep it kind of dry so that I feel like I have a little more control. And I'm looking for maybe some black. Well, this pink is doing really good for the no line coloring, so At least I did that right. Pat myself on the back. Good choice, Sean. Well, this is not as sheer as I was thinking. Well, that paint, that dark line's really sticking. I thought it would just blend right out as soon as it got wet, but that's good to know. It does not just blend right out. That one kind of did. I'm just using some really simple ambient type lighting. I'm not trying to do any directional shadows because I don't want to have to concentrate that much on where my light is coming from when I'm just trying to get used to using these watercolors and get a feel for them. That's darker than I wanted. So this may be boring because I'm not teaching you anything or just sharing my first experience. With these watercolors. They seem to be good. I read a lot of reviews and let's see, Winsor and Newton. I'm trying to think of some of the more expensive brands I read about that are supposed to be really awesome. Well, I didn't want to spend that much money on some watercolors because I really like trying out different coloring techniques. And I know that I'm not going to get so into one particular type of coloring that I want to invest a lot in it because I would rather switch back and forth. When I'm coloring really small, I like to use my pencils because I feel like I'm really in control of that. And I don't know what just happened here. And then a lot of times when I'm trying to be in a hurry, I'm going to want to use my markers because they're super fast. Well, faster than colored pencils for sure. I'm wondering what happens with the white. Like, does it whiten stuff or does it just make it kind of milky and opaque? I don't know. I'm kind of scared to use it right now because I'm having maybe a decent result. So I kind of hate to mess it up with something. I don't know. Let's try it out and see. Looks dirty, so I'm gonna clean off where I put that brown on there. Should you switch and use a clean brush to get your paints from here to here and then mix them? Because I can see where I've gone and like other colors are sitting on top. So I'm afraid that's gonna make the colors look muddy when I go back to use them later. Oh, I like the white. That's cute. Good. Okay. Well, I don't know how long you guys can stand to just sit and watch me play with these, so maybe I should just wrap this up and finish on my own. So if you watched, thanks for joining me and watching me with my first stamping and watercolor experience. It was fun. And I'll try to finish this and post it and we'll see how the end result is. Maybe it'll actually turn out kind of decent. at least for like my first try. Bye.